innocence. I wanted to do doctoral work in quark exchange mechanism of nuclear forces, and exactly the apple fell into my lap. And later on I discovered that this was the divine grace from the Supreme, later on. But at that time I had no clue that the divine was there, and but there was complete integrity in consciousness as a result of self-observation. And later on I realized that whenever there is complete integrity in consciousness, integrity between thought, word and deed, then the consciousness automatically gets yoked to the divine. That was a later discovery I made, but at that time it was not clear. But anyway, my research work was it was granted by the divine, so it happened, except that I took a long time. I took 8 years. I was in 8 years because those were the years of my spiritual growth, not just my research. They were the years of my philosophical awakening, the awakening of intelligence, and my introspection and self-knowing. And so those were probably the most spiritual period of my life. And then later on I went to Germany, and I did research for another 2.5 years, and then I felt I got a calling that I got to drop this research, because this research is not in resonance with my true self, which had become spiritual. So I had to walk out of it. So I walked out of the halls of research, and this was a big shock for my family, for my wife, and for my in-laws, and for many people. So everywhere they asked me, why are you doing this? But for me, it was the most natural thing to do, most natural, because it was death and a new life. Death and a new life.
That is a very important issue for us to learn about here in West, as death is such a taboo and such an idea, misunderstanding, but it's the most natural movement we have in life.
Yes.
We cannot separate one from other.
Yes.
Unfortunately, we are beginning to come to the end of this block, and we will have another block of interviews with Sri Shankara in the next program. So would you like to make your final considerations before we do the next interview?
No, we can just continue.
Okay.
The next one opens.
So thank you very much, my friends. We will be with you in a very short time with another interview with Sri Shankara. Stay there with us. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Marcos.
Agora falei em inglês, né? Eu vou ter que falar. I was talking to them in Portuguese, and then I talked to them in English. Nós vamos encerrar por aqui a nossa... Desculpa. Nós vamos continuar nossa conversa daqui a pouquinho com mais um programa, entrevistando... Não, desculpa, não é daqui a pouquinho. Essa é a nossa conversa... Posso gravar? Ah, não trouxe, não. Mas não tem problema, eu já usei isso aqui várias vezes também. Eu sei,
Ah, então é para mudar a linguagem, para colocar o próximo. Esquece o próximo.
Tá bom.
Termina em sexo,
vou encerrar, a gente vai... Tá bom,
programa,
ok.
Como se fosse uma outra época.
Tá. Infelizmente, nosso tempo é curto. Nós vamos ter que encerrar por aqui. Mas confiantes que essa conversa não vai acabar. Ela vai continuar e você vai continuar com a gente. Então, muito obrigado por você estar aí ouvindo a gente. Não, ruim. Vou começar de novo. This is the first time we have 2 blocks, so
Okay.
I'm not used to that.
Thank you very much.
Só um detalhe, quando você falou a respeito disso, quando você
Eu tenho que falar para ele fazer as considerações.
Isso.
Tá. I'll have to ask you to do very short considerations, because we have to end this completely, because I do not know how long there will be the time before the other show, the other interview goes online.
Okay.
So there may be a few days, so we cannot leave people waiting.
Right.
We'll say that it will happen, but we cannot say when.
Okay.
Okay, just that. Então, muito obrigado, telespectadores, por estarem conosco. Essa conversa interessantíssima, infelizmente, está chegando ao fim pelo nosso tempo, mas vai continuar. Muito em breve vamos ter mais entrevistas também com o Dr. Shankara. Muito obrigado e fiquem sempre com a gente assistindo a TV Suprem e ao Papo Suprem. Ok? So, quanto tempo a gente tem ainda? 1 minuto para ele poder fazer as considerações?
1 minuto a gente já estava no minuto, né?
Aham.
É um minuto. Pode
1 minuto dá, né?
Pode fazer considerações.
Okay. So just a very short line, just to end, but not ending.
Okay.
Only that.
I have to obviously thank my host in Latin America, Sri Ricardo Bravo, and then our host in Brasilia, in Brazil, Sri Maristela Cordova, and but for the invitation of Sri Ricardo ji, I think my coming to Latin America would not have happened. So I'm thankful to both of them, and I'm thankful to you, Mr. Marcos, and to your TV network for giving me this opportunity to share my life and my work with you.
And we're very thankful to have you here. Thank you very much.
Namaste. Thank you.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Ok? Terminou bem?
E aí? Fazer outro filho?
Vamos, vamos.
Vamos.
Posso só pegar um pouquinho mais de água só para tirar o
Toma água,
cigarro?
aí vamos ver o ar.
Just have a cup of water.
Okay.
Yes, we are stuck here. They have to bring us to. Valeu, Jajão.
Thank you. Just a small amount. Thank you.
Yes, just a sip. Obrigado.
Thank you, sir.
Can I ask you about the Samalochana? Is this the way we...
Samalochana means discussing together.
And thinking together.
Yeah, thinking together, exactly.
This is something I found very interesting about
the
last interview.
Together,
Could this be a Samalochana?
This is, of course it is, of
good.
course.
Okay, so I'll do this one.
Question and answer session.
Good.
Samalochana.
Samalochana.